Hi, hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today is Monday and I have decided to take the time to do a 24-hour draw with me sort of challenge. And yeah, I just want to take inspiration from my environment, so all the things that are in the house, you know, decorations, plants, everything like that. And the challenge is really to just use as many media as possible: aquarelle, gouache, coloured pencils, and probably even oil pastel, which I haven't used in so long. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that. So I bought this sketchbook last week, and so far I've managed to draw, paint something every single day, which is so nice, and I want to keep that up. Hey, so I'm doing a little voiceover to give you some background info on my process and what I was doing. So as you can see, I used ink. Now I bought this recently, actually the same day that I bought the sketchbook, and it said scarlet ink, but as you can see it's pretty much pink, which I'm not mad about at all because I love pink. It's one of my favourite colours. But yeah, so accidentally I bought something that matched this seashell so well, so this is why I did the outline with the ink first, and then I coloured it with coloured pencils. I think these were Faber-Castell Polychromos, if I'm not mistaken, and I love these. The pigmentation is so good. And yeah, so I completed this page doing sketches and illustrations of decorations that are in my room. They are very much sort of pink and yeah, very in the same kind of colour scheme. So when I had completed the bigger pieces of the page, like the seashell and the butterflies, I decided to add some more sketches with ink just to make the page look less empty and more sort of, you know, put together and complete. So I completed the first page. It is now 3:20, and yeah, I am happy with it. I think it's cute. I mean, I just used aquarelle ink and coloured pencils, and it's a start, you know, and yeah, happy little accidents, right? I'm going to take a little break now and have some tea and cake, and yeah, I have a couple of ideas what I could draw in the kitchen, so let's go. So after my break, I decided to go for a still life, so I arranged this beautiful blue plate with orange fruits, and I really like the contrast between the blue plates and the orange, different shades of orange of the fruits. So for this I used, again, coloured pencils and aquarelle, and yeah, I really liked doing the plates and the little ornaments and flowers and things. That was a lot of fun, and also the detail and different shades of orange were really interesting to do. after I had finished this still life, which I'm so happy about, I really like how it turned out, I decided to use gouache, which I absolutely love at the moment. I love the way it looks when it's dry, I love the way it behaves, I really like the different shades and colours. I absolutely adore it, and I'm really looking to, use it more and use it in mixed media paintings too. And I also want to buy some more colours. I don't know, do you know any brands that sell them individually but in like very specific shades, like pale pink and all sorts of shades of green, those colours that I'm interested in? So if you have any recommendations, I'd love to know. Let me know in the comment section down below. The last page that I did that day, as you can see, sitting on my bed in front of my bookshelf. So I took all those little knickknacks and decorations I have in there as an inspiration to do some illustrations using, again, aquarelle. Looking back and editing this video, I noticed that I used so much aquarelle. I really appreciate this medium because it is so soft and light. And yeah, the problem here though was that I was using this fine liner that is not waterproof, but I like the way it, writes. I like the tip, but it is not ideal at all, especially using it with aquarelle. I use it anyway because I don't have any other fine liner that works for me. I have tried a lot of them, you know, I have tried Faber-Castell and Staedtler and all sorts of different fine liners, but I don't know why I just tend to sort of break the tip, or it just doesn't feel good when writing and drawing with it. So again, I'd love recommendations from you guys. Happy Tuesday. Today I'm going to continue my art challenge. I have about, it's 9:43 AM. I have about 5-ish hours left. So yeah, let's just get started. I think I'm going to use oil pastels today, which I'm very excited about because I haven't used them in so long, probably like at least 5 years, so let's see how that goes. My grandma painted this like I think 30, yeah, it says 90, so 1990. It's about like 30 years ago, and I just want to try and do this with oil pastels. Okay, so I'm here to tell you that I really didn't appreciate that process. I didn't appreciate using oil pastels at all. I don't like the way it feels. It's sort of sticky. You can't really, maybe I'm using it wrong, but you can't really blend the colours the way, at least the way I wanted to. And it was just, yeah, I feel like it doesn't fit my style. It's not what I'm drawn to. This is probably why I haven't used them in so long. I probably didn't have a good experience back then, you know, when I used them probably 5 years ago or maybe more. And yeah, so I don't believe that I go back to using oil pastels. I'm not saying like ever again, but yeah, it's not something that I want to sort of experiment with in the next couple of months, probably years. Yeah, if you have any recommendations for that, if you know, have some more experience than I do with oil pastels, please tell me. Maybe I'm doing it all wrong and this is why it just didn't come out the way I wanted it to. But yeah, I totally prefer dry pastels, which I'm using after this painting. It was so nice to use soft pastels after doing an entire painting with oil pastels. I just prefer this kind of pastel to, you know, this kind of sticky feeling that I had using the oil pastels, and it was so nice to blend and to lay on top of aquarelle. So yeah, I believe I'll stick with these at the moment and maybe give it, you know, oil pastels another try another time, but for now I think I'm going to stick with these pastel crayons. the end of the challenge I was a little tired and I didn't want to use gouache or aquarelle again, so I went for markers. I have a few like felt tip pens from Staedtler and also Posca pens that I like. I don't really like the result, but it was fun, you know. It was also all about just trying out different media and not just sticking with one particular style. And I really just, as you can see, went a little wild with my colour choices here, so the overall page looks kind of sort of messy and chaotic and not really like colour coordination was not like a thing at all, but that's okay because it's part of the challenge. It was not about creating like a masterpiece or anything, but yeah, still it was fun, and that was also part of what I was attempting to do, is just letting go of perfectionism and wanting to create something that you could show off. It was more about, you know, being in the process. Of the challenge I used ink one more time, which was nice, but honestly it was not my favourite thing to do, although it allowed me to be very precise and detailed in my drawing, which was interesting. Hi, good morning. It is another day. I completed the challenge yesterday and it was a lot of fun. It was great, you know, dedicating an entire day to drawing and painting was just, yeah, I'd love to do that more if I had the time. But yeah, in total I completed, let me check, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 pages approximately. So this is one more closer look at the finished results, the finished pages, and I think my favourites are the two that you can see right here that are more in this illustration kind of style, but I also really like the still life painting and the vase. And this is probably because I use my favourite media for these, which are, you know, aquarelle, coloured pencils and gouache. And even though I didn't really like the oil pastels or the, you know, page where I used markers and Posca pens and things, or the results of the, not the result, but the process of using ink in the last drawing that I did. It was great, you know, using all these different media and just experimenting and just letting go of the perfectionism and just doing whatever I was up to, what I wanted to. And yeah, I really hope that I can, you know, continue to practice regularly and fill this sketchbook. I absolutely want to fill a sketchbook. I have never completed one, like, ever, I think. And this is the goal for the rest of the year. I hope I can do it. And yeah, you can check out my Instagram if you want to see regular updates, and I'll see you soon. Bye!